Why, hello everybody. This is Zachary Powers, and welcome to the biggest show ever created. I've never ever done 3 shows into one big video before. So, this is my very first time making it. In today's big video, there's going to be 3 amazing brand new shows I want to deep dive into today. For one is all about Jak and Daxter, the Precursors, and Live 2025. There's only one show. The second show is all about Nintendo Switch 2, what should have been done, and fixing mistakes. And show number 3 is all about SMG4'S Brand New Age. And these shows combine into one big video. So, thank you for coming in at the start of the show. And let's start off with show number 1. Let's take a look at these 5 announcements in Jak and Daxter, the Precursors, and Live 2025. Let's take a look at this first announcement to start it off. Please take a look. Okay, so the very first announcement is all about exploring the vast world. It's really big, and it can explore a lot of eco-complex systems and a lot more in this vast world. Say that 6 times fast. Vast. Nice. So, it's all about this first announcement, exploring this really huge world. So, that was the very first announcement to start it off. Now, check out the second announcement. Please take a look.
Than you, Fearless.
You keep on impressing me, but then maybe it's just because I've got low expectations.
Die for those orbs, Jak!
Get on with it!
Do I amuse you?
Okay, everybody. Now, the second announcement is all about collectibles. Of course, your Precursor orbs. And then, of course, we have Light Eco and Dark Eco collectibles you can get throughout this amazing game. And you can use it to unlock secrets of your Light Eco powers and Dark Eco powers, and get brand new Light Eco powers and Dark Eco powers. And it's pretty sweet. You can go through a shop to collect some things and buy some things. And that was the second announcement. Now, check out the third announcement. Please check out the third announcement. everybody. The third announcement is all about the story. The story of Jak and Daxter. The Precursors and is a bit dark. Y'all ready for this? Do you all think you can handle this? So, let's do this. So, the story is all about in this final Precursor war, and all these precursor-like beings are in this war with the horror Quan metalheads and unlocking secrets of your most favorite past characters like Metalcore, Sig, and everything that is unlocked in these games. And some of them are true, some of them are rumors, and the villain in this game is set, and the story is this forgotten Precursor war, and Jak and Daxter has to fight their way through it and defeat the villain, and ending all of this villain and leaving this Jak and Daxter universe in peace. And that's the third announcement as of the story. Now check out the fourth announcement. Please take a look. Okay, everybody, now this is the fourth announcement. So, the fourth announcement in Jak and Daxter, the Precursors, and is that there are some hidden secrets you can actually solve. So, and one thing goes on this worldwide is like, how do you even solve these secrets? That's a really good question. So, you have to solve these amazing Precursor secrets by going into the workshop, the Precursor workshop, and so we have items, gadgets, the jetboard's returning, and we also have the morph guns you can get, and then you can also get, and if you swipe over to your right, and that's all of the fighting stuff, swipe over the second one, you can unlock secrets by collecting architectural precursor orbs that are long lost and forgotten, and collect them. You can unlock secrets and all of that. So that's secrets. That's the secrets part. Now if you swipe over to the right again, you get the third, those are the second things, two things, and the third thing, if you swipe to the right, you can actually see Dark Eco secrets and Light Eco secrets, and it's going to tell you everything where Dark Eco and Light Eco comes from, and all of that. And if you swipe forward to the right, you can see characters secrets. All about Sig, Pekka, Onin, Crew, even Baron Praxis, Ashlyn Praxis, all of those character secrets, where do they even come from? Were they orphans as like kids in the Jak and Daxter universe? And if you swipe over to the fifth slot, you can go to the secrets of the metalheads, the secrets of enemies, and so on, which is pretty sweet. And thank you for watching the very first show as of this video. And also thank you for watching Jack and Daxter, and thank you for watching Jack and Daxter, the Precursors and Live 2025. Let's move on to show number 2.
Change is an improvement.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey ego stuff, will we? 'Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you. We're the ones on a big quest here. We ask you for help. Just looking out for Jack here. You know what a chicken he can be.
Okay, everybody, we're moving on to the Nintendo show, which is the Nintendo Talk Show. And it is all about Nintendo Switch 2, what should have been done, and fixing mistakes. So, let's talk about the very first thing of Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 2, what should have been done, and fixing mistakes. So, let's start off with problem number 1. The first problem of the Nintendo Switch 2 is all about not owning the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, this is a huge major deal as of Nintendo. So basically, what they have been saying is that you can only rent and borrow the Nintendo Switch 2. What they mean by this is Nintendo is basically stopping all of you from owning the Nintendo Switch 2, and you're just renting it and borrowing it. And a lot of people and I, all over this world, honestly and I, strongly agree that this is disgusting behavior, and the reason why we say that worldwide is because usually we own video game consoles. For example, we know the PlayStation 2 is dead, but we own the PlayStation 2, but now it's dead. And we own the PlayStation 5, we own the Nintendo Switch, we own the PC, we own the PlayStation Portable, we basically own every video game console, its controllers, and its accessories. We own everything as of video game consoles because it's ours. We bought it. You get all the stuff, and we buy your stuff. We've given credit to you for saying keep up the great work. For Nintendo side, for the Nintendo Switch 2 side, basically you're just renting it and borrowing it. Yeah, it's ridiculous, and it's a huge major problem in the Nintendo Switch 2 universe. And Nintendo needs to fix that. If the license, what Nintendo should have done is getting rid of that license, no internet, no borrowing it, and you're owning the Nintendo Switch 2, which people want from you, Nintendo. People like us will own the Nintendo Switch 2, and we always will. And you always take away our rights to own the Nintendo Switch 2, and it's not right. So people, audiences worldwide, stand up for yourselves, get the Nintendo Switch 2, and be like, we own this console, we own the second console, and we're not renting it, we're not borrowing it, we are owning it, we are awesome, and just keep on owning the Nintendo Switch 2. If you buy it, you own it. When you're renting something, when you borrow something, that's what Nintendo's saying, and I don't believe a single bit about that. And that is ridiculous. I mean, what the heck, Nintendo? Do better. The second problem with the Nintendo Switch 2 is all about pricing. So, Mario Kart World is about $80. And the Nintendo Switch 2 and Mario Kart World bundle is about $500. Throughout the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, everybody in that live stream chat has been saying, drop the price, drop the price, drop the price. This is getting ridiculous. Why? And so, Nintendo has not been listening for quite some time. They have not. And that's completely ridiculous. So, for a lot of things can be really cheap up to getting really expensive. Like, the gas prices are going up, and I get that point, because cars, trucks, and vehicles need gas. We get that point. And I'm not trying to be political. I'm just a friendly channel all about the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm not trying to be political or anything. Just being family friendly. That's all I do on this channel. and meeting brand new friends, subscribing to my channel. And pricing is ridiculous too. I mean, $80 for a Mario Kart World game? I mean, seriously, Nintendo, do better. And then that's two major problems we have right now. And the third major problem is modding and emulating. Yeah, this is a big major problem. So, as of today, a big video dropped from a major Nintendo YouTuber, and he said the Nintendo Switch 2 just got hacked. Plus a Resident Evil game. And the Nintendo Switch 2 just got hacked in about 4 hours. It was just a person. I didn't do it, no. I'm not blaming it on myself. I'm not. And I don't like to blame anybody for that. Because blaming it on somebody else is not right. And it's not right to blame it on somebody else. And that is hurting somebody's feelings. So it was a person who did it. But basically, if you mod or emulate games on the Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo's gonna come up to you and be like, hey, we don't want you modding or emulating these games. Please do better. And now, your Nintendo Switch 2, and we would likely turn off your Nintendo Switch 2. Oh, I caught you modding or emulating. Your Nintendo Switch 2 is now turned off into a loop of persistent breaking and turning it off. Yeah. Now, Nintendo's into a whole new era of ruining its own company. They don't care about us. All they want is money. They're full such of greediness. That's for problem number 4. Greediness. Greedy is what we are known as taking it too far, and it's all about the prices. And Nintendo's not going to be lowering the prices anytime soon because they want the Chief Executive Officer, CEO of Nintendo, Doug Bowser, said they're not going to be lowering the prices. And that's ridiculous too. He's also corrupt. Sorry, but it's my opinions. Don't remove my channel. Don't remove my videos like this. Because this is my opinions. If you try to attack my channel, or if Nintendo tries to attack my channel or give me a copyright strike for no actual reasons, I'm going to hold them accountable for their actions and sue them. And Nintendo, and actually, the fifth major problem is when you try to sue Nintendo, basically, Nintendo will try to sue you back. Now, that's ridiculous. And when you try to sue Nintendo, Nintendo's like, we ain't doing that. Breaking your Nintendo Switch 2 and send those system-like upgrades back to you. Now, that's ridiculous. I know it causes a lot of outrage, and it's ridiculous. People are all around this world are exposing and canceling Nintendo for the horrendous acts and stuff. Now, let's talk about what Nintendo should have done in fixing these mistakes. Let's start off with the pricing. What should they have done is, the first thing is the prices. They didn't announce the price for My Card World, but now it's revealed, $80. But what they should have done is lower that price. Let's say the price, lowering down the price to, let's say, $25. That should have been a really good price to get this game. $25 is actually a really good price for Mario Kart World, and it's an example of why Nintendo should lower that price. And the $500 for the Mario Kart World and Nintendo Switch 2 collection combined, that's $500. And they should lower that price down to $200. If they do that, that is perfect. It's not bad. Or what if Nintendo's like, oh, well, not what if, and people are still protesting Nintendo to bring that back down. And what if they lowered that, Mario Kart World Nintendo Switch 2, all the way back down to $30. And actually, that is a really good price for the Nintendo Switch 2 and Mario Kart World bundle. $30 is actually a really good price. Hopefully, Nintendo sees this, and hopefully, Nintendo is going to get back to that and fix the issues, because if not, they're doing something that is destroying their very own company and their very own business, and destroying their business. And $80, $500 is very unprofessional. I don't like that anytime soon, but I'm still going to get a Nintendo Switch 2. People are not going to get a Nintendo Switch 2. People are not, some of them, because they waste their time and all of that. I get it. Another thing that they need to fix, and what they should have done, is this license agreement. So when you borrow or rent something, it's not yours. Nintendo still owns the Nintendo Switch 2, which I get that. But what they should have done is getting rid of that license. Nintendo's like, okay, so we are going to get rid of this license. A little update to you all. Just a huge update to you all. Going to get rid of this license agreement. You're not renting it. You're not borrowing my product anymore. You are now going to own the Nintendo Switch 2 when you get it for your very, very first time. You're going to own the Nintendo Switch 2. You're not going to rent it or borrow it anymore. It's your very own console. You get it. It's yours. That's what Nintendo should have done in the first place. And the other thing is Nintendo can spy on you through cameras. And it depends on what you say through voice, like the game chat. It depends on what you say. If you say like, hey, subscribe to my YouTube, it's perfectly fine. Just make sure through the game chat is appropriate for what you say, pause what you say, and be careful what you say on the internet. And then another thing, what Nintendo should have done is about something that it should have done a long time ago. Not like a long time ago, but in the Nintendo Switch 2 era. And that is all about modding and emulating. Modding and emulating can be a very big thing to gamers, and basically they can mod anything, they can emulate anything, bring games to the video game consoles. Modding can be a very important thing. I'm not a modder, I'm not an emulator, I'm not into those types of things, so I'm safe from that. But other big YouTubers are modders, emulators. Bring those to different video game consoles. Like, for an example, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Modders have come to that, and they made serious, amazing, brand new mods that people tend to enjoy. People love them, and it's amazing. And when you mod and emulate stuff on the Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo will literally turn off your Nintendo Switch 2. But what Nintendo should have done in the first place is so when you mod and emulate things on the Nintendo Switch 2, like modding games, emulating games, not bad, right? Well, what Nintendo should have done is when you mod and emulate things on the Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo will not turn off your Nintendo Switch 2. They can actually get rid of the license agreement for modding and for basically Nintendo. So what I'm saying here, and know this is difficult, I know it can be difficulties, but bear with me here, you guys and girls. So what Nintendo should have done is really positively great, and if modders and emulator people make it to the Nintendo Switch 2 mod and emulate games, Nintendo should allow them. The reason why Nintendo should allow them is because they make mods into video games, make the best mods, the best emulators on the Nintendo Switch 2, play Nintendo games on Xbox. Yeah, we need to do this. And we need to save modding and emulating things. We need to save them. And hopefully Nintendo knows about this situation. And hopefully, yeah, Nintendo do better. And now is it for this Nintendo Switch 2 talk. Now let's move on to SMG4'S Brand New Age. Hello everybody, and welcome to SMG4'S Brand New Age. And there's going to be a slideshow right after I say my final line of this huge video. And that is, thank you for watching this big video. This is SMG4'S Brand New Age right here, man. This is it. This is gonna be crazy. Please take a look. And thank you for watching.
Where these smiles, delight and happiness spark will come to the wonderful puzzle park. Bright lights, fun sights, so non-stop highlights you'll never grieve, 'cause you'll never want to. Where these smiles, delight and happiness spark will come to the wonderful puzzle park. Bright lights, fun sights, so